What is up? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you one of the best day trading strategies that ICT himself uses, and that happens every single day in the market with an extremely high win rate, and that is the ICT Silver Bullet. So if you are unfamiliar with the ICT Silver Bullet, then all it is a very mechanical three-step trading plan that happens most days that you can easily catch and make a lot of money from in the market if you do it right. So the first and most important part is the time frame. Now we are going to be focusing on the New York time frame, okay, because that is what I specialize in, and the time that you want to be able to trade the New York time zone is 2 till it's 10 till 11 a.m. New York time, okay? So this is the first step when it comes to the silver bullet. Only trade from 10 a.m. till 11 a.m. New York time, okay? So that's UTC -5. Now, this is very important because if you take the silver bullet trade outside of this time zone, it is just not the silver bullet trade and you'll most likely lose money, okay? So make sure you are taking this trading model only inside of the New York time, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Yes, there are different times. There is a PM session where you can take it from 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. and there is a London session where you can take it from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. But we are focusing on the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. New York time right here. So when it comes to trading the silver bullet, the first and most important thing is that you need to be trying to find which direction you want to take the trade, okay? So I'm going to keep this very simple for you so it is easy to understand. Now, the way I find which way the silver bullet trade wants to go is I wait for price action around 9:30 to either take some sort of liquidity. So as you see right here, we had relative equal lows, which is very nice liquidity. And what did price action do? Let's go back to the time. Price action swept this sell side liquidity. As well as that, on the ES, we also had an SMT. Now, all an SMT means is when one of the indices takes a low and another one doesn't, okay? So right here, as you see, NQ has failed to take this low down here, whereas ES has took the same low, which happened at that time of the day, okay? Therefore, this is SMT. All this means is now, if we get a long setup, for example, the silver bullet setup long, then that is a trade that we can take and it just adds more confluence to it, okay? So with this being swept as liquidity and as well as the SMT on top, therefore our silver bullet for today is going to be looking for lungs. Now you can target this swing high. Now why would we target this swing high if we get a silver bullet set up? The reason why we target this high right here is just because it is buy side liquidity. It is a very easy target, very easy to see. There are lots of stops resting up here. If you don't know what liquidity means, all liquidity means is just where buy stops and sell stops rest in the market. So we call this buy side liquidity because retail traders have got their stop loss resting around this area, and that is where we are targeting, okay? So now you have got the first step is finding which way that your trade wants to go. So now that you have your draw on liquidity, so you find draw on liquidity, which we have just done, the next thing you want to wait for is displacement. Now you need displacement with the fair value gap, okay? So you need displacement and you need fair value gap. If you have one but don't have the other, then it is not the ICT silver bullet trade, okay? So you need a displacement and fair value gap. If you are unfamiliar with what displacement means, then all displacement is just a large candle. It doesn't have to be too large, just going in the direction to where you want the liquidity to be drawn, okay? Now, it's very important that the trade is going, the displacement is going in the direction to the way that you want the trade to go, okay? Now, you can trade the silver bullet on any time frame. I like the 5 minutes or the 1 minute. That's where I find the highest win rate. So, if we play at this price action, what do we have happening? We have a nice big move up, okay? So this here, this would be our displacement. And if you look at the displacement, as well as a displacement, we've created a fair value gap. Now, if you don't know what a fair value gap is, all it is a 3-candle pattern formation where your where the first candle and the third candle do not touch or overlap at all. So as you can see right here, we have this fair value gap where the first candle here and the third candle here do not touch or connect at all. So there's a gap in the market from here to here. It can be wicks, it can be bodies, but there is just nothing that touches from there to there. Therefore, this is called a fair value gap, okay? So this is where we take our entries from. So we've got displacement in the direction of our liquidity. Our liquidity target is up here, as you can see, this buy side liquidity, because it is a swing high, which is clear. So as you can see here, we have our displacement going up, and then we have a fair value gap created. So our entry would be at this fair value gap right here. Yes, you can enter when the candle closes, but I wouldn't recommend this for this trade because, as you can see, the candle close has quite high, and the fair value gap has been created right here. So this will be our entry. We use the fair value gap as an entry. You can put your stop loss. Realistically, you can put your stop loss anywhere you want. Okay, if I was you, I'd mess around with it. Just find what works. Obviously, don't go jumping in the markets if this is the first time you are learning about this strategy. So I'm going to put my stop loss below this body of this candle for this trade, just because that is a nice risk to reward trade. And then we play the price action. Boom, there we get tapped into the silver bullet trade, and then it goes up and smashes our take profit. Okay, so this is a very simple and clear ICT silver bullet trade. Yep. If you want to watch me trade this live every single day, make sure to join my Discord. Links in the description, and also get my course if you would like to learn my 80% win rate model.